The U-2 spy plane has been at the heart of U.S. intelligence efforts dating back to the 1950s. Since its first test flight in 1955, the U-2 has been involved in every major conflict, natural disaster, and man-made disaster around the world. Tonight, MTN's Jay Cohn talks with Livingston resident Ed Walby, a former U-2 pilot, squadron commander, to learn more on what it's like to fly at the edge of space while keeping a close eye on Mother Earth.
And the rest is just kind of memorabilia.
Retired Air Force Colonel Ed Walby's basement is like a museum for America's notorious U-2 spy plane. Letters from Presidents Reagan, Ford, and Bush congratulating Walby on his distinguished career adorn the walls. Photographs and memorabilia document Walby's time with the U-2 program.
You literally feel like you're on top of the world. You can see the curvature of the Earth. You can actually look up and it's real dark above you. You can see stars during the day.
Walby's the first to tell you that every flight in the U-2 is special. But included in his 1,000 hours in the cockpit, 2 of his missions stand out from the rest. In March of 1989, Walby was at the controls when the U-2 flew alongside the space shuttle during its launch. NASA wanted a closer look at what was damaging the shuttle's tiles.
I flew the first mission and shuttle goes zipping by. We're inside of 5 miles. And what we do is point the camera and just shoot as the shuttle goes to see if we could catch any debris.
But due to the shuttle's speed and flight path, Walby had to fly without autopilot. It's what happened next that Walby remembers the most.
As soon as the shuttle passed by, I looked up and I was about 60 degrees nose high, about 40 knots, which is about 40 miles an hour under my stall speed, and it was just hanging there, and it started to fall, and I said to myself, don't do anything. Whatever you do, it can't be right. And so I just let the airplane, slice through the horizon, fall, gather speed, lost about 4,000 feet, and the airplane regained speed. Had I done anything, I probably would have been at the bottom of the ocean with the camera.
One of Walby's proudest moments came in the early days of the Afghanistan war. As commander of the 99th Reconnaissance Squadron, its Global Hawk program, the U-2's drone counterpart, proved to be invaluable.
The Marines were trying to come up that valley, and the bad guys had lined the ridge and they were going to ambush our guys. We saw them through our infrared that these guys were there. We warned the Marines and they were able to get away, as well as we called in a gunship and we kind of what's called waxed them.
It was during the Battle of Tora Bora that for the first time the Global Hawk proved its mettle in a real-life combat scenario. Walby believes both the versatile U-2 and the unmanned Global Hawk have a role in helping the U.S. stay a step ahead in intelligence gathering. While the U-2 can put eyes in the sky pretty much anywhere, anytime, the Global Hawk can fly almost forever.
The unique part about Global Hawk, though, is it's computer controlled. You're not flying it with a joystick, you're just telling it where to go. And the computer takes off, flies, and you just give it direction. Or you can pre-program it to take any course you want. You can actually launch the airplane and walk away and it'll come back the next day.
In addition to his piloting skills, Walby is quite an artist.
It's just a hobby. I do paintings too.
His signed sketches of the famous spy plane are a hot item on eBay. And he loves to work on model airplanes. He made this model of the U-2 himself. As we wrapped up our discussion, I thanked Ed for his service, and he invited us back to reminisce another day. As he told me in a recent email, old pilots love to talk about themselves. We're thankful he chose to share his story with us. In Billings, I'm Jay Cohn reporting for MTN News.
Thanks, Jay. Really an interesting story there.